shakes the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Complete to Likely. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 2nd down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 3rd and long for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing is Jackson.
That would complete to Prochet.
The 40. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
James Prochet.
69 yards.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done. I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Elliott running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
It's been a rough go on the ground throughout the entire game, but after a run like that, they may have found the spark to get their offense kick-started.
On 1st down, Drake, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A pitch out to Drake. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down, here's Jackson.
Open man is Bateman, it's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down by about a yard. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jackson to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
To throw, Prescott. That's complete to Lamb.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now Prescott.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself into position and let your kicker have at it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.